In an age dominated by noise, distraction, and rapid change, how do we find clarity and purpose? Today, we dive into a steadfast philosophy that has not only weathered centuries, but increasingly illuminates the path for modern entrepreneurs: Stoicism. Meet Emily, a tech entrepreneur in San Francisco, poised at the forefront of the AI revolution. With a successful startup under her belt, Emily looked affluent and accomplished. However, beneath the polished surface, she grappled with anxiety, overwork, and a pervasive sense of aimlessness. Faced with dwindling focus amidst a relentless stream of emails and an ever-expanding to-do list, Emily was losing sight of her goals and purpose. The high-stakes environment of Silicon Valley, where failure is celebrated but can leave scars, felt like an echo chamber of chaos. Competitors were racing to secure AI dominance, each vying for investment, talent, and consumer mindshare. To make matters worse, every week new startups emerge, each with a fresh pitch, each looking to disrupt her business model. Emily was feeling the pressure to react, to innovate, to comply with what the market dictated. However, despite the frantic pace, she discovered a realization. She had forgotten the most crucial step of her entrepreneurial journey: reflection. Drawing on her philosophy classes from college, Emily recalled the teachings of Stoicism, a school of thought that emphasizes self-control, fortitude, and rationality in the face of adversity. It wasn't just an academic interest, it was a tool she could wield in her own life. With this insight, Emily embarked on a strategic shift. Instead of reacting impulsively to every market innovation, she decided to practice daily reflection, an approach rooted in Stoic principles. Each morning, she carved out time to journal, focusing on what she could control: her mindset and her response to challenges. Instead of anxiously scanning competitor updates, she started evaluating her own strengths and weaknesses with brutal honesty. The transformation didn't come only from introspection. It was also about aligning her business actions with her core values. Armed with a renewed sense of purpose, Emily reevaluated her startup's mission. She cast aside the noise and focused on delivering real value to her clients, using her knowledge of AI to simplify complex processes for small businesses. The question shifted from "what does the market demand" to "how can I serve my customers better?" But as her focus sharpened, so did the resistance she faced. The industry was still moving at warp speed. Stakeholders were clamoring for faster results, and investors were pressuring her for quarterly growth metrics. "Why aren't you scaling faster?" they demanded. It seemed like the market preferred relentless hustle, not thoughtful innovation. Here is where a pivotal moment emerged. Instead of caving into external pressures, Emily decided to practice the Stoic principle of amor fati, or love of fate. Accepting the reality of her current challenges, she reframed her approach to setbacks. She communicated transparently with her investors, explaining how slowing down would allow her to cultivate a product that genuinely addressed market needs. Surprisingly, this honesty won her respect, and many investors expressed appreciation for her commitment to sustainable growth. Through the trials, Emily learned that true resilience didn't stem from bulldozing through obstacles, but from a deep understanding of her company's identity and purpose. Metrics became less about speed and more about depth. Customer acquisition cost, LT, decreased as lifetime value. LTV began to rise because customer relationships strengthened, fostering loyalty they had once overlooked. Empowered by her Stoic journey, Emily developed a framework she shared widely within her network: reflect, align, leverage. First, reflect on your core values and goals. Second, align your business strategies with authentic value delivery. And finally, leverage your strengths by understanding both market inefficiencies and customer needs. As Emily embraced this framework, not only did her startup grow steadily, but she also found fulfillment in her entrepreneurial journey. Inspired by the insights of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, she empowered others in her industry to slow down, reflect, and act with purpose. Today, as we stand at the intersection of technology and humanity, the ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers us the resilient mindset needed to thrive. In this ever-changing landscape, remember that every external challenge is also an internal opportunity, a chance to reflect, align, and leverage your unique strengths. So lean into the philosophy that champions rationality over chaos. With clarity of purpose drove by Stoic principles,